So the assassin reports in about his failure to Death Watch, and the boss is not happy. Maybe trying to hunt down one person on an entire city-covered planet calls for a spotter at least, While he's explaining how he's failed, Dooku is busy telling Sidious that everything is going to plan. So either he doesn't know, he's lying to his boss, or assuming that Death Watch would screw it all up as part of their plan. But no matter what, the Duchess is still alive.
Obi-Wan, come in. Obi-Wan, are you there?
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope. I hate that, I really hate that. He rendezvous with her in one of the trillion or so plazas on Coruscant, where she slips him the disc, to ensure that if she's captured, it can't be destroyed. Of course, he might have trouble getting into the Senate himself, but she has a plan for that. She's going to turn herself in order to create a distraction. Obi-Wan thinks that's kind of a shit plan, but there's no time to debate it since the assassin, tired of her slipping behind obstacles just as he's about to shoot her like it's Call of Duty Baby's Day Out, he just decides he's going to throw a thermal detonator at them and handle this up close. Obi-Wan recovers somewhat, but is still dazed. That's why he makes a bit of a mistake during the fight. Right, they have jetpacks. Gotta remember the jetpacks. Anyway, though, it's time to get back to what the real issue is here. To stop this attempt to corrupt the Mandalorian people, who have embraced peace finally, but Death Watch and these forces of darkness want to drag back into war. It doesn't matter if it's just these two people against all the corrupt authorities in the Republic. They won't stand for it. Never give up, never surrender. So, let's begin our plan. Step 1, surrender.
I believe you were looking for me.
Gets him every time. While the guards are taking the Duchess into custody, Obi-Wan sneaks in and gives it to Padme, who plays it for the Senate. It's a far different message about how they're ready to handle Death Watch on their own, and how vital it is that they do this without Republic involvement. The Senate changes their position after hearing this, annoying Death Watch to no end, so much so that they're ready to invade Mandalore anyway. But Dooku tells them not to bother. They can take it, but they could never hold it. He has a much better plan, but that's going to have to wait. There are other stories that are waiting to be told after all. And by the way, I gotta say, your cape really isn't working there. If you have a backpack, forgo the cape. Putting it on your shoulder just makes you look like an ass. I mean, what's your battle cry? This looks like a job for Captain Sideways! Feel the power of my crab walk, fiend! So everything is all wrapped up nicely, except for the question of who could have manipulated the evidence, but it's a question left for another day. For now, the Duchess can see that he might not always agree with her, but even if he doesn't, Obi-Wan is always on her side. So maybe she can stop giving him shit for 5 minutes, This was an enjoyable arc, I have to say. A variety of plots, threats, and questions to be answered, as well as bringing some much-needed dissent into the mix, to help add more flavor to the complexity of a war of this nature. It gave all 3 parts strong momentum and a pace that was often quick, but never relentless. Obi-Wan and Satine's relationship is interesting to see play out, as both in one sense define themselves by their office, and feel that this places them at odds with each other. Yet as people, they want to be close to each other. This serves an effective complement to the events throughout all 3 plots. And to reiterate, I like the way they've gone with the Mandalorian culture here. It feels like real growth and has already lent itself to some interesting story possibilities here. Plus, it's always nice to see the non-warriors in a warrior-dominated culture finally stand up and say, "Hey, enough is enough, assholes. We're tired of making things for you to break. We're taking over now."
All hail the Overlord! All hail the Overlord!
Honey, look, I really have to go. If Vader doesn't think you're paying attention, he gets right up in your face. And you know what happens? They make your ship go out with the garbage. I hate that. The ship gets all dirty. No, it's not just me. There's a whole bunch of us here. And next to a droid that looks like he's made entirely out of metal dicks. Dengar's here, too. Can you believe that? Everyone knows he's going to kill Solo at the first opportunity. I don't know what Vader's thinking bringing him in here. Now, I don't know why. Probably he was the one who sold him that hat. Have you seen him in that? Yeah, I'd kill anyone who talked me into wearing that thing.
We have a priority signal from the Star
Oh shit, honey, he's starting to talk. I gotta go.
There will be a
I gotta go.
substantial reward
No, I
for the
can't
one
tell
who
him
finds
that. He's the Dark
Millennium
Lord of the
Falcon.
Sith.
You are free to use
Pampers,
any methods
lemonade,
necessary.
honey nut Cheerios. I got it.
Keep them
I
alive. No disintegrations.
As you wish.
Oh, that's it. I'm going out with the garbage for sure now. Oh, never gonna catch Solo that way.